Welcome. In this video, I'm going to do an unboxing and component overview of Maximum Apocalypse Legendary Edition. So I recently picked up this expansion for the Few and the Cursed, and we got a promo deck for red that goes with this game. So Rock Manor Games, well played. You know how I operate. And just looking at the cover, I love the artwork on this. So go ahead and flip it over. You can see this is a game for 1 to 6 players, 45 to 90 minutes, ages 13 and up. See some of the components here. So the world is over. We're just trying to survive what's left of it. Maximum Apocalypse Legendary Edition is a revamped version of the popular Survivor game by Rock Manor Games. Maximum Apocalypse fans, old and new, will fall in love with the new Survivor miniatures and custom game trays, storage trays. Legendary Edition collects the original game and all the existing expansions, Gothic Horrors, Kaiju Rising, and Jurassic Perils, along with the new Bugpocalypse expansion into one epic box. So this is a cooperative roguelike adventure game set amid the backdrop of 4 apocalyptic scenarios. To explore the post-apocalyptic world, 1 to 6 survivors work together to complete mission objectives. On each turn, a player can use up to 4 actions to explore the map, play cards, equip weapons, scavenge for resources, draw cards, or battle roaming monsters. Picking a unique survivor class within a group, players must plan their strategy while leaning on their character's strengths in order to defeat monsters and avoid starvation. For example, the fireman is deadly up close with his axe, meanwhile a stealthy hunter is great at scouting the map and avoiding traps. But roaming monsters are gathering quickly and time is running out. Can you survive the apocalypse? So with that, let's go ahead and see what's inside. Got a nice comic book shaped rule book. 19 pages with a glossary on the back. Contents, an introduction, going over game setup, the game layout. Nice full art there. Turn sequence, card anatomy, and solo mode. Needless to say, will be showing up here eventually. A role-playing game quick start guide. So they also did a Kickstarter on a role-playing game in this world. So this will get you started in that if you want to take this game to the next level. I'm sure it's got some nice information on each of the characters. And some punch boards with our tokens and standees for our characters, but there's also miniatures included in this. And they punch out pretty easily. Check out the thickness. Seem pretty good. And then some more. Take a look at both sides. So we've got our game trays with miniatures. Game tray for tokens. And then our stacks of cards for a red fuel, green food, and blue ammo gear. And we'll take a better look at those once we get the cards laid out. We'll just empty the box first. A large stack of our map tiles. Some ammo tokens, monster tokens, gas and star tokens. 2 types of dice. And I'll get close up to everything here in a bit. A bag. Assume we'll put some monsters in there. I think that's going to go inside here eventually. Health dials. We got some card dividers and tons of cards. So taking a closer look at everything, we've got our token bag. Just don't know what tokens need to go in that first. Then all our health markers. So they each have different art on the front, and they seem to spin really well and hold where you want them to go. So there's one of them. Looking like we're in a city. Nice action shot. Next to a nuclear plant, maybe. Downtown. Another action shot. And empty-handed scavenging. Then our game tray. So we've got all our damage tokens and dice in one spot. Gasoline, green tokens, purple tokens, random tokens, monster tokens, ammo, and all the other tokens, which I assume these are going to go in the bag at some point. Very nice. And of course, for scavenging, we're going to have 3 different scavenge areas. So this will just be laying out. This is mainly made for prepping for your next game. So you can get your tiles, put them down in here, put the cards you need on top, and then when you go to play, put the lid over top of that to see what cards are going to be in which area. So I'm not sure they'll fit in there sleeved unless you have some really tight sleeves, but they go in here like so. And then our map tiles can go underneath. So pretty neat for getting ready for your next adventure. And of course our miniatures, and I'll pull those out once we go through each of their card decks. Starting with the adventurer. So you can see her card there. And since there's a ton of cards in here, I'm going to go through these rather quick. Her standee, of course, this comes with 8 standees, and they just go on rather easily. And then the miniature for the adventurer. And her stack of cards. So you can see we've got journal, talisman, nice hat, and a jacket. Blow darts, yep. Dig it up. Some dynamite, idol, a revolver. Of course, on these cards up here is your inventory cost and the abilities on the bottoms. So that's everything for the adventurer. Then we have the Army Ranger with his miniature. And stacks of cards. No good without some ammo, grenades, covering fire, recon, hoof it, sniper rifle, M16, helmet, suit, and remote mine. Then our fireman or firefighter. So they give you choices on this one. And the miniature. And our cards. The stamina, just need to find his axe, an energy drink, first aid, extinguisher, flare, shotgun, not your typical equipment. Lighter, and a nice jacket. Then our gunslinger and 2 standees. And token or miniature for that. Of course, this is the promo I got in a different box, so this does not come in this set. Nor does the miniature. The mini did come unpainted in the other box. And then the cards. So you can check out the differences there. Grenades, some leadership, a lasso, guns a-blazing, loot the bodies, the vest, this hat, kind of have a horse, and a rifle. A little bit trigger happy. Then we have a hunter and miniature. Character cards. And the main deck. Flame arrows, gotta have your bow and a machete, some traps, survival instincts, get some fishing done, and some camo. Our next hero is a mechanic. Again, 2 versions on that one. And the mini. And cards. And they call in drone strikes. Nail bombs. Jumpstart a car. I'm sure that comes in handy. Nice helmet. And reading the manual. That's something we do in the board game industry. Next, got the priest. And his mini. And his cards. Determination. Got his staff, some rosary, the holy book, incense burner, desert eagle, not standard issue, exorcism, communion, blessing, protective ward, a nice collar, some knowledge, and prayer. Then we have the Ronin. And with her, looks like she gets to choose an offensive stance or a defensive stance. And base card. And her deck of cards. So a katana, sengu, so a whole bunch of different weapons. Makes sense. War cry. Some meditation. Ooh, demon blade. Then our scientist. And his mini. And cards. Research. Handgun. Chemical reaction. Stink bomb. Invent. Clean goggles. Gotta have your laptop. And your acid. And the cure would be nice. And our surgeon with the mini. So our 2 versions there. And our deck of cards. Quick thinking, steroid shots, adrenaline, your oath, cocktail, drill, that's pretty nasty, gurney, scalpel, some scrubs. All right. Then we have, lastly, the veteran and his dog. There's 2 options for the veteran. And 2 options for the dog. And the main deck. Nice Luger pistol. Dog tags. Incapacitate. Fetch. Trusting his instincts. Rip him to shreds. That's nice. Like I said, I love the art in this game. Dog whistle, hand and mortar. And almost forgot the miniatures for that one. So there's the veteran and his trusty dog. So next we'll go looking at monsters, but first we will have some allies, and I think this is mainly for solo play. So this is just going to be each of the different characters, so we can get them as an ally in the game. And some of them might be put in as a goal for us to find. Then we have some clowns, which I think this was a Kickstarter exclusive kind of thing. So these you can just add in to make your game harder if you're that crazy. So the murder clown, dismantler, a gobbler, and a crazed fireman. And our alien expansion. Got to have your alien commander. So I'll just flip through these. So it look like a lot of alien invaders, soldier, some mech, an air drone, and a scientist. Then the bugs, spider queen, mantis, ooh, roach, arachnid, that guy looks familiar. And a hornet. And beetle. Scorpion. And then our scenario. So like I said, they think they go from easy or extremely easy to very hard. We'll take a look at some more of those here in a bit. So telling you how our basic setup, map tiles, and scavenge decks for each of those. So start out normal and we go to hard on each of those. So we'll take a look at the rest of the missions. Like I said, they start with extremely easy and they'll go up to insane in difficulty. So learning out the game, some flavor text, your objectives, setup, map tiles, and sometimes they'll show you exactly how the setup needs to go and how you construct your scavenge decks. So save the scientist. So definitely tons of replayability in this game. Whole bunch of different missions. Kill Dracula. Break the seals. Murder Shutton. Horror hibernation. And alien robotics. And it does come with 6 player reference cards going over your turn reference and explaining the ranges. All right, back to our monsters. Cthulhu Mythos, or Mythos. Cthulhu himself. It's a lot of health and a lot of damage there. Got to have some cultists. Biaki. Dark Young. Hunting Horror. Shogoth. And dinosaurs. T-Rex, Spinosaurus, a raptor, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Dilophosaurus. I'm probably mispronouncing some of these. I think I can say Allosaurus, with the food chain. And then some more missions for that. The Jurassic Rules. Then we have Kaiju. Definitely going to mispronounce some of these. It's Coming. Tail Swipe. All right, I might get these. Fire Breath. Destruction. Enrage plus Heal. Scarab. Behemoth. Stormgaru. All right, so these are all the different robots. And I feel like we had a standee for one of these. Nice sword and railgun. Chest cannon. And then the rules for that. Then some mutants, and not the X-Men type. Talking about rats. Guess that guy used to be human at one point. Marauder. Military remnant. And then 2 bosses. Then we've got the Rapture coming. So we're going over the missions for those. And our bosses. Several of those. Got a nice angel. A demon. An imp. And that's it for the Rapture. And we have some robots. The demolition bot. The scout. Omni-Shot, then our boss, laser drone, another robot, and another demolition bot. And our vampire stack. There's tons of stuff in this box here. Our bosses, the Alpha Wolf and Dracula, Frankenstein, Succubus, regular old vampires, a ghoul, and werewolves. And getting into our next to last of the monsters, got some bosses with a whole bunch of things that I'm definitely not going to be able to pronounce correctly. All right, maybe the Oni. Kitsune, Natangu, and then our base set of zombies. The Stalker, Spitter, the Soldier, Zombie Dog, Zombie Walker, and the bosses. Then there's a day and night stack to make the game a little bit harder for you. So Lightning Storm, Icy Chill, Enraged. Oh, some things might help us. Pitch Black. There are special rules for this stack, I'm sure. Then we have some insanity cards. Monophobia, schizophrenia, hallucinations, a whole bunch of terrible items. So they're going to take up a slot. Not cool. Then we have all our cards for our scavenge deck. So we can find some food in there, some better food, medical supplies, antidotes, walkie-talkies, binoculars, handgun. So a whole bunch of different items. Ammunition's always good. Ooh, empty-handed. That's never good. Spare parts. Old newspapers. Dirty blankets. Dusty book. Fuel, sure, that's going to be important since we have so many fuel tokens. Ambushing, that's never good to find. A scientist, some more empty-handed, blow darts. I think these were in one of the expansions, adding some new stuff. Kevlar vest. Okay. And then our map tiles. So all I know about this is we're going to start each turn rolling a die. If we equal that number, things aren't going to good for us. So mountains, desert locations, the factory, military base, airport, off in the forest, river, in the city streets, crash site, throwing the gas station over the table, a tunnel, grocery store, open fields. These are nice size, thick tiles. Garden, off to the swamp and the jungle. Ooh, our van. All right, I believe that's everything in the box. And this is everything back in the box. So all three of our trays, all our so-called heroes and monsters, some tiles, and our other cards. So as always, hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.